Hello, everybody. So, two things just to begin. My presentation will be of 7 or 8 minutes. So feel free to stop me in the middle to ask something, because I have I think 2 or 3 minutes more. Yeah. So I am Patrick Amarelis, and I'm working at the DINSIC, which means some things like Inter-Ministry, IT, and Digital Agency. My agency is under the Prime Minister authority, and we are working to helping French administration to transform and to make processes more digital and to make new digital services for the end user, citizen, enterprise, and civil servant. French IT is very complex, but it's just because of Conway's law that Mary talked just a few minutes ago. Because we are a big country with 36 local authorities, with about 100 department authorities, 16 region authorities, and a big central administration with 22 ministers and 12 state secretaries. So it's awful to try to map this complexity. So this is a business landscape of all the things that the French state can provide. And for me, I think all these boundaries in red are an opportunity to make API and to have a set of API that will make interaction simplify between administration and administration to business. So how do we manage all this complexity? Every boundaries, every API, are everywhere. And I think we IT people must provide tools to build trust between administration, and so that the administration can provide better services. And we have to build trust between administration and citizen. That is very important to do so. So I will present a few examples of what the tools DINSIC are providing to the other administration. The first tool is API Enterprise, which is a hub, a platform that will bring in a single point all the data providers that we will see on the left side. So a developer can, with one API key, and with a good reason to do so, of course, he can access with just one enterprise identifier to all these kind of data providers, which can be data providers or document providers. We have a small distinction. Another example, a big example, is France Connector Identity. Underneath there is a lot of OAuth, a lot of OpenID Connect API, and French Connect is aimed at the citizen, and it allows a person to identify and to sign in on a digital administration portal with the credential that he had in other administration. So it's very important to understand that the user doesn't have to create another account on each digital portals, but if he wants to do so, he can create one account here and one account here and one account here. There is no obligation to use France Connect, at least. I think you don't deserve that. It's okay. These two examples provided by the DINSIC are listed in the National API Catalogue, Public Service Catalogue. This is a website which is fully public, and it wants to be the central point when a developer wants to access some resource from French administration. He just search here and it will have some information and online information. But I will just two examples. Here is a national address base. So it's a big API, open API that you can use to geocode an addresses. And the metrics are very important for us. So this one is, for example, had 36,000 addresses in the last 7 days. So 36 access in the last 7 days. And we enforce all the providers that are bringing this information to have a functional description and to have a technical description, which is based on Open API definition. This thing we are enforcing it, and we enforce also to have a mail contact, so that the developer can contact the producer, the provider, and to have a sign-in process. So this one is an Open API, so it's free to use. There is no sign-in process, but this one has the small black button, demander l'accès, which will bring them, the developer, to the sign-up process, and it can give his information to the provider, and at the end, it will obtain a token that it can use to test the API in an integration environment. So everything is made to allow fast onboarding for the API developer. Just to finish this talk, this is a work in progress, but we want to use France Connect to exchange information between administration, between a service provider and a data provider, with a high level of security and privacy and GDPR compliance. So this will be possible with 2 more responsibilities taken by France Connect product, which are informing the end user about the exchange before it happens, and controlling the scope, so the data parameters that the service provider will ask to the data provider, controlling that the scope is equal to the contract that they pass before between service provider and data provider. So this is there is a diagram legend. Well, it's hard diagram. But so to wrap up, French API strategy, it's developing in each administration a lot of API. We do not. We are exigent, but we try to have a lot of API. More is good. And to gathering every API description in a national catalog. Developing in each administration the use of existing API. It's also heavy work because, for example, the address, the base address national, it's a good API to start consuming API because it will change the way the service will be designed for the end user with auto-completion and so on. Facilitate onboarding of new service provider is very important. And last, providing France Connect platform, a secure way to exchange. This is work in progress. Yes.
I have a quick question. Just I know that we are a bit late because concerning about the time, but then where are the connections with the public services that you had some time ago in your website, and then you can have it if you go in an API, right? But then there was a nice web page with all the public services and the connected APIs.
API.gov is a work in progress, and so it's agile development. I think it's a regression because it was meant to be a list of service. But I think it's more important that the developer see fast what he can do.
Okay.
So we keep it at the bottom of the pages, and but I think we will go back to have a list of services.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Patrick.